do the physics work in space and gravity and those kind of things. And that's where you get into, we have to gamify it some, so that it's not as punishing as actual space travel, but that it feels like, hey, traveling in space in our game is still, let's say it's like flight in the 40, like it's dangerous. It's still dangerous to go and explore, but even though lots of people do it.
Yeah, space is far. That's the thing. It's like, you have to like definitely cut that short. It's like 40 light years, man. This is far. Even at light speed, that's pretty far. So, I mean, I think like if you want to have like a normal, based on known physics, like an antimatter drive would be the best. But that's still going to limit you to light speed, which is a long time. Yeah, I have to have some kind of warp drive, otherwise you're going to be stuck in one star system. So, I mean, just honestly, I sometimes feel like we're in some friggin' video game, you know? I'm like, why is it like just possible to get to Mars? Why are the stars so far away? This is just what I'd do if I was doing a video game. I'll put those stars, the little points of light, don't worry about it, you can't see details, they're real far.
Levels of detail. The stuff that Elon is doing with SpaceX, are you looking at that when you're building Starfield? I mean, I don't know how far in the future it's set or sort of how that's looked, but is that something you guys
it's
talk
further
about?
in the future, but I like that, going back to that risking failure and stuff. I think, I mean, kind of honestly, like, the world needs more people like Elon who say, I'm not sure how that works. I'm going to try this a different way. And a lot of people will doubt that, whether it's going to space in that way or self-driving cars, but I'm very passionate about those things. And as it comes to what's happening at SpaceX, it's, what are the limits of the physics of like the new engines or things like that, where, talking to Elon, how far could this go in current reality, and then how would we move beyond that in a fictional way? Yeah,
Jerry, talk a bit about that. Obviously, you're dealing with the reality of today, but something futuristic like what Todd's doing. Does that get you excited to sort of think about like, where's space travel going to go, and how can something like Todd's world simulate that or explore that even further off?
Yeah, I think like sci-fi movies, video games, or video, and really I think people spend a lot more time on video games and movies these days. Can be pretty inspiring and thought-provoking about what's the future that we want. What are some like impossible-sounding technologies that maybe could work somehow? Like there's conceivably a way to do warp drive, but it's such esoteric, super out on the edge physics, because technically you cannot go faster than the speed of light, but space can travel faster than the speed of light. That's what's meant by warp drive. But the amount of energy you need to warp space is unbelievably gigantic. So, you'd have to like be converting matter to energy at a rate that is cannot conceive really. It can't be like something like, well, if we just convert 1 Jupiter per second to energy, then problem solved. Like that's a lot, and there's not many Jupiters. So and there might be a bit of radiation around that. So, like there are things like technically the universe did expand faster than the speed of light. That's why we can see light from all these super distant stars. So it's kind of pretty wild that space expanded faster than the speed of light. So I'm sure we'll like figure out some strange breakthroughs and come to grips better with like this